my business isn't doing so well. And I don't know what's going on. Allow me to explain. Earlier this year, my business was doing well. DSP Gaming had a lot of new game playthroughs, including things like Dark Souls 3, Uncharted 4, Overwatch, Doom, tons of new stuff that was coming out during this time period of, say, March through June. And viewership was good, profit was good, everything was good. Also over on KO Gaming, that channel was doing great because I was doing game reviews and impressions videos and montages, and it had some pretty consistent great viewership over there. And then the summer hit. And what happened was, there was a drought of new releases, almost nothing new coming out during the summer months, and people said, well, Phil's not covering new games, that's what I'm interested in, and they went away. Now, this always happens. Every year, this has happened. The only year it hasn't happened ever was way back when, I think it was like 4 years ago, maybe even more, when I did the Grand Theft Auto Summer Marathon. I did Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Now, obviously, you can understand why. 3 games I had never played before, games that are difficult, games that are challenging, but also are huge cult following favorites and giant fan bases, some of the biggest games ever made. Of course, it makes sense that people turned out to watch those that summer. I did my best to put out content for you during the summer. You know what I mean? I did fun and creative stuff. I did downtime playthroughs of stuff that I had never done before. But then when October hit, boom, this was the gaming motherlode where all the new releases, I mean, just think about the games that I've covered in just the past couple of weeks. Mafia 3, Gears of War 4, WWE 2K17, the PlayStation VR launch, including giant high-profile games such as Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, Batman Arkham VR, Job Simulator, right? These really fun games and hilarious games to watch someone do in VR, and I cover all that for you fully. Then, this past week, right? New games such as Battlefield 1. And now the Dark Souls 3 DLC, which I just completed as of today. So tons of new content, and quite honestly, hundreds, if not, at this point, almost $1,000 invested in new games, new gameplay equipment just for this month alone to cover new stuff and provide you with entertaining video content. Every single year that I've done YouTube, October, November, and December, when all the new games are coming out, I see a spike in views, and I see a spike in income because of it. And I depend on it, because this is something that helps me at the end of the year to pay my taxes, to pay off my impending bills, things that I built up over the summer that really I couldn't pay off because I wasn't making a lot of money. This is kind of how YouTube works. You get highs and lows during the year. But I have bad news. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but according to YouTube, nothing is turning around, and basically I'm like this. I'm completely flat. During the summer, when there were no new releases, the same amount of people are now watching me cover all the new releases. Not one extra person has come back to watch me cover the new stuff.
And I have a very hard time believing this. I really do, okay?
So let's talk honestly here, alright? Here's the deal. Right now, I'm nervous, because I don't know what's going to happen. Typically, what happens is the end of the year, we get this spike, and it helps me out, and now, if I don't get any kind of an increase in viewership, in income, in the next 3 months, for the end of the year, which is the big push, you get the most ad revenue and everything, I don't know if realistically I'm going to be able to do this full-time as a business. And that's terrible, because this is an 8-year legacy. An 8-year investment of my life to make a YouTube hobby turn into a job, and I've tried my best, even though I've made many mistakes over the years, to listen to the feedback of people and actively improve. And I will tell you something. I staunchly stand by the statement that I think 2016 has been the most positive gaming year in like 4 years that I've done YouTube. Because let's face it, the past few years, things have been kind of on a negative trend. Last year, we had all the nasty trolling. I got swatted, and I had my YouTube channel destroyed by false copyright strikes. The year before, I was moving, and I was in transition, and there was an entire 2-3 months there where everything was in flux, and the hardware wasn't set up yet, and everything was kind of uncertain, right? And then the year before that was the year that I had adopted live streaming, and so there was a big kind of change of, oh man, people have to get to live streams instead of just on-demand videos, and there was a transition there. We're talking 3 to 4 years where things were constantly kind of in flux, and there was a lot of negativity and stuff thrown my way. This year in particular, I think it's been the opposite. There's been stuff that's tried to happen and shut down. I mean, let's face it, that incident that happened back in May could have ended my YouTube career. It did nothing negative whatsoever. I continued on, I persevered, and I had several great months that May and onward into the summer because of the positive attitude that I had and all my viewers had, alright? And here's something else that I want to tell you. I certainly don't believe that it's the fault of me or you that whatever's going on with YouTube is happening, and they're claiming that I have no growth and no increase of anything during this hardcore gaming season. And let me explain why. I talked about it on the pre-stream earlier. I gotta reiterate this. YouTube has a system called analytics by which it reads all the data on your videos, okay? According to YouTube analytics, this month of October, I have more likes, a striking increase in likes, okay? a striking increase in engagement, which means people are not only watching the videos, but they're watching for longer. Instead of just watching for 5 minutes, you're watching for 8 to 10 minutes. Now, I just pulled that out of my ass. I don't know if that's the assumption, but people are watching my videos longer before they click off to do something else, okay? People are sharing the videos more. I actually got that statistic. Tons of people are saying, share this video, watch this video, this is interesting. Phil's doing interesting stuff, okay? So everything that I'm seeing, total minutes watched, the length of time people are watching, likes, and dislikes are down. That's the other thing too. People might say, oh, it's because you get the spam of dislikes from the haters, right? No, dislikes this month are down on my business. On DSP Gaming in particular, they're down because people are so excited to see the new stuff that I'm covering. They're enjoying it, they're liking it, they're thumbing it up, they're sharing it, everything. So all that makes it, oh, it's great, so then Phil's having a great month, and YouTube says no. Views are down, revenue's down. What? So what I'm seeing in the data is that I'm being told by you, the viewer, by what your activities, I'm doing the right thing, you're loving the content, and I'm still having a bad month. How does that make sense? It makes no sense whatsoever. I can't, as a logical being, I can't wrap my fucking head around it and make any logical sense out of it. Like, I'm stumped. This makes no, when you're being told directly from your customer base, you're doing the right thing, you're covering the fun stuff, keep at it, go for it, I do it, and then it says you fail. What? It's like, what? What the fuck? Now, maybe, I have no clue here. Maybe YouTube screwed up. Maybe YouTube changed something, and now the views don't count like a view. It has to be you watch a certain percentage of a video now for it to record as a view or something. I don't know. But the bottom line is, sadly, that ad revenue is tied to viewership, right? To get ad revenue on a video, it needs to be an ad-supported view, meaning you have to not have ad blocker software on, you have to see the actual ad. Now, you can click on, remember some of this, I skip ad after a couple seconds, that's fine, but you actually have to physically see the ad in order for me to make any money on a video. Okay? So, I don't know if people aren't seeing the ads, if maybe there's just been a sharp increase in people using ad blocker software. This is the first year that my income is based off of ad revenue purely, so I'm just in new waters here. I have no idea. Alright? This is all hypothetical. Maybe YouTube did change the way that views are recorded, and therefore, even though people are loving what I'm putting out, half the people who are watching my content aren't getting recorded as views, and I'm not making money on it. It could be. Alright? The reason I'm bringing this up in this video is because the bottom line is, I only have a couple months to basically try to turn this thing around. If I can't turn this around by the end of December, this might be like panic mode, meaning I have to go through extreme measures in order to figure out how to finance keeping doing this as a business. Meaning, borrowing money, more money, which is going to suck because I'm already up to my eyeballs in debt. Borrowing even more money is not going to work. It's going to be a terrible idea. But I might have to do it. Trying to refinance the mortgage on my house here because my house's equity has gone up huge in the past 2 years because the house values in this area, excuse me, the home values in this area have risen dramatically in the past 2 years. So maybe I could refinance and maybe take some of my debt and wrap it in there and reduce my payments or something. I don't know. I'm literally grasping at straws at this point. Because I've never been in this position. I've been in situations where, yeah, it might have looked bleak, but I always kind of had a silver lining at the end. Now I'm literally being told I'm doing everything right and I'm still failing somehow. And I don't understand it. How could you do everything right, be told you're doing everything right, but your views are down and your revenue's down? So all I can say is this, everyone. The reason I'm bringing this up in the Week in Preview, I love doing this. And the Week in Preview is the pivotal day of the week when I get to tell you all the stuff that I'm covering. Very shortly, if by the end of the year this doesn't turn around, I don't think you're going to be seeing me around as much as you did, if at all, because I won't be able to do YouTube as a job anymore. I was actually, literally, I was on the phone with my mother today, talking to her about this, and she's like, well, how could you get out of all that debt? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Declare bankruptcy? And ruin my credit? And having to move out of this house? You know what I mean? It's like, if I could just make the money that I was making last year before all the trolling happened that really screwed me over, I'd be fine. I'd be more than fine. I'd be able to save money, and I'd be able to pay off my debts. And those kids that fucked with me last year with those false copyright strikes really have no idea how much they hurt me. Like, someone could have run up and stabbed me, and if I survived it, probably would have been less damaging than what those fucking kids did to me last year. I mean, I'm devastated. And we've tried everything. You know, Leanna got a job this year. She's working and earning money, but it's not going to be enough. Unless I can get YouTube to turn around, it's not going to be enough. So what can you do? You are the avid viewer. You're the person who likes my stuff, who watches the Week in Preview, who wants to know what can you do. Well, keep doing what you're doing, because according to YouTube, you're doing the positive stuff. You're liking the videos. You're sharing the videos. You're watching for longer. Like, I can't fault anyone on the opposite side of this camera, because according to YouTube, you guys are doing the right thing. Like, the proof is there. The evidence is there that you are loving the stuff and you're doing the right thing. So, to me, I just gotta be like, I don't know, right? I can't, what do you blame? How do you blame anything? I don't know. So it is what it is. You're doing the right stuff. The only things that I can say you can do, maybe if you're not doing some of those things I just mentioned, please do. And over here, of course,
Patreon.
And, you know, every once in a while, first of all, I only plug Patreon very rarely. On my pre-streams once a day, and maybe every once in a while in a vlog, okay? And I do not actively advertise during my streams, watch my playthroughs on YouTube, 0 advertisements, right? No ads. You don't see an end card with 100 things to click. Click on this to buy this. Click on this for money. Click on this for this. This is what everyone on YouTube does now, and I had never adopted that practice simply because I want to provide you with the highest quality, unedited, raw playthrough content as quickly as I can divvy it out for you, without me playing for 3 hours and then having to edit for 2 days to add in end cards on every video, and now I only get to play 3 games a month because it's all about advertisement, right? I get to do tons of stuff, I cover tons of games. This is what people have told me over the years they like about me. So I don't want to change my formula to be a sellout shill and constantly right here I have to talk about 20 things I'm selling. Here's a shirt, here's the DSP doily, everyone! The DSP doily only for $5.99 right now up at, at the shop. Go there and buy it. I don't want to be doing that. I don't. But something has to change if I'm to keep doing this. Now, this year, I thought I was doing the right thing. Between DSP Gaming, KO Gaming being the edited content channel, and the King of Hate Vlogs here being my vlogging, I separated them, and it was very successful until the summer. And then the whole summer, it fucking fell apart. And I don't know what to do about it. It wasn't like there was a pivotal thing that happened during the summer where everyone said, well, fuck Phil, we hate him now. Nothing happened. It was actually a very positive summer. People enjoyed the stuff I put out during the summer, so what gives? There's no logical explanation, all right? And I don't want you to feel like I'm being negative or this is the end or anything like that. I don't. But the bottom line is I need help, whether it's more views somehow, or spreading the word about my videos, or Patreon. Because I've said this a million times and people take it for granted, all right? I don't advertise a lot, so not a lot of people hear about Patreon. It's very simple. It's this simple. Do you watch the Week in Preview every week? Think about it. Do you watch some of my gameplay videos every week? Are they entertaining to you? Or do you watch my vlogging every week? DSP Tries It, which has been the longest running DSP series pretty much ever, right? Do you watch my new edited content over on KO Gaming? If your answer to any of those is yes, and the answer is I want to see it continue, Patreon is the way to make it happen. And I say this every day on my stream. Seriously, I'm serious about it. If 10% of the people, 10%, 1/10, who watch my videos and live streams pledged $1 a month to my Patreon, I would not ever care about YouTube views. I would not ever care about YouTube ad revenue. You never have to hear me have a segment like this again in a video, okay? It's $1. $1 a month. What is that to you? A pack of gum? You know what I mean? I'm sure you throw $1 away on stupid shit every month, but you could use it on much more useful stuff, like allowing me to continue to do this 8-year fucking legacy as a business in the future. $1 a month. It's not a lot, okay?
Please.
If you have never considered pledging to Patreon before, but you like my stuff, please consider doing it if you can do it. Listen, I understand to those who can't, but if you can, I mean, I'm being real with you now. I need the help, because I don't know what the fuck is going on with YouTube. I can't change positively when YouTube's telling me everything I'm doing is positive, yet I still have low views and I'm not making any money. It doesn't make sense. So, it's gotta come from somewhere else. And if Patreon is the way to do it, then Patreon has to be the way to do it, alright? So please, pledge to Patreon. If we could get a significant increase in Patreon pledges this month to show a rally of positivity that I can still make this happen, think about that. That's going to hit me full head of steam into the end of the year, getting, super confident, editing these videos. Right now, I'll be honest with you, like, I'm excited, but I'm very worried. And I don't want that to come through when I'm playing a game or I'm doing something that I'm worried about the future of my business, and now I'm not having fun anymore, or I'm frustrated because I want to get this fucking video out and just get the fuck out of here because I'm so frustrated. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be positive. Earlier this year, I was so overwhelmingly happy and positive. I don't know what the fuck happened over the summer that everything changed like this. I don't. So, what I'll say in summary, and now we'll cover the schedule for this week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being patient. I apologize that I had to put this segment into this video, but it's a serious matter. Every week, 3,000 to 4,000 people watch this particular video. Alright? Just think about that. If 1,000 of those people love my video content and pledged $1 a month, if I had a
$1,000 increase to my Patreon every month, it would help so much. I mean, so much.
That I would be over the moon ecstatic. Alright? But, am I expecting that? No. But, if you're looking to help, spread the word, watch the videos, keep doing what you're doing, and please pledge to my Patreon. I hope in the next couple of weeks to months to have a positive update for you. I guess we'll see what happens. Okay? I know there's people out there who just can't stand it when I mention the business and the behind-the-scenes stuff, but the bottom line is if I just vanish from YouTube in December because I'm not making money enough anymore to even pay my bills, and that's it, YouTube's done, I shut it down, and I have to go find a job that probably pays half as much as YouTube, and I have to sell all the shit in the house, and sell my house, and move out, and go do something else like that.
People would probably be shocked that it just happened out of nowhere.
So it kind of makes sense that I should probably forewarn everyone of what's going on my side, and the fact that I need your help, alright? Again, I will urge you, if you watch this video, you watch my videos on DSP Gaming, the gameplay, the edited stuff on KO Gaming, the vlogging here, and you want to see it continue as a business,
I'm not joking.
it will go away if I don't see some kind of a positive impact in the next couple of weeks to months. Please pledge to my Patreon. Like I said, if I could get $1,000 extra on Patreon a month, that would do wonders. It would give me some positive push in the right direction, maybe have a little bit more flexibility and not have to be so nervous about the finances anymore. I don't see it happening, though. I mean, I'm a realist. $1,000 a month, that's 1,000 people who watch who are going to give $1. I don't know. I think positive stuff comes out, but we'll see, alright? So, please pledge if you can.